my beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your April monthly reading. I hope you all are having a wonderful and blessed day, and that everything is going well for you all. And now, without further ado, before I forget, we had the peach selenite here to protect your beautiful birthstones and to provide protection for this reading overall. And for some of my Pisces in February, we got the amethyst right here. And then for the Pisces in March, we got the aquamarine right here. Right now, without further ado, let's see what the first week of April has in store for. Three right away. Right. This is essentially the order that I sent some in. So right here we got the Justice in reverse. We got the Hermit. The Hermit's in the upright. And we got the Lovers in the upright. I have a feeling like in the past, like there was just an imbalance between you and another person. Like this other person could be a friend, it could be with a boss, or in a relationship. Like I have a feeling it's between. It could be one of the three. Like I get more of a feeling it's with a friend or a relationship. A friend or relationship, because we also have the Lovers card here. So, and there's just not an equal give and take in whatever this was, whether it's career, friendship, or relationship. It's just, there was just a complete imbalance, and it just didn't feel right. Like it wasn't a good pair up, it wasn't a good match, whatever this was. And it's caused you to, in the hermit mode, just go within and separate yourself from this situation and take time for yourself. Like I have a feeling like this happened in the past, and you've been taking time for yourself for a while now. I have a feeling when you took that time for yourself, like, I get the vibe that this is either self-love, like Capricorn, when they got the Lovers, it entailed more self-love with them. So I have a feeling it's more self-love with you guys too, just, taking time to go within and, like, know your worth and know that things had to be equal on all accounts. It can't just be, one person having the power or like one person having to be right all the time. Just compromises and good communication is what you deserve in a way, is what I'm sensing. I have a feeling like you grasp that level of self-love for yourself, and now you found yourself and you're more in tune with yourself in this situation right here. Because that's how you come to terms with things in your past, just self-love for yourself and recognizing your worth. Right, my beautiful Pisces, let's see what the second week of April has in store for you beauties. The Queen of Cups. We got Seven of Cups in reverse, and we got the Empress. I decided to move your crystals up and try to bring everything more into frame, and honestly, this came out in the perfect order, to be honest. I have a feeling like with this past relationship, or whatever this was, like relationships don't always have to entail romantic. Like this could be a career relationship, a friendship, romantic relationship. Whatever you did to separate yourself and go within, like you created that self-love for yourself. Now you're on this Queen of Cups energy where you're more emotionally balanced, in tune with yourself. Like, honestly, in a way, just you grew out of like putting this other person on like a pedestal. Like you're an empathic person, because this card does reveal like being empathetic towards others. So because of the way that you are, like the stuff that they've been through in the past, like you felt bad for them and that you probably wanted to, let go of that. You kept trying to see the good in them, but because you put them on like, oh, they were so good at this point, they've been through so much, I want to be there for them. Because you were that motherly, caring person for them for a while, like, you were failing to see like some of the stuff they did at the time to, completely neglect you and take you for granted. So in the past you put them on a pedestal, but eventually something happened to make you realize that, okay, this isn't it. Like, this is not what I deserve. Like, what am I gaining from this? Like, you started to think more of you, and then you broke this off, and you're starting to gain like that self love for yourself again, trying to like that refinding yourself, and going through that like helped you break out of this sort of character and into both a Queen of Hearts, like this in the deck. Heart of Cups is the Queen of Cups in this deck. And then you also went on to this Empress energy. The Empress is somebody she's a very beautiful person, like very confident in herself, confident in her abilities. She's also very motherly. Like, I just get the vibe that even if you aren't a woman, you're like a caregiver. Like, you're like this caregiving type of person. Like, you have that energy that's like very like supportive and comforting, almost like kind of like a parent, but yeah, like you're starting to give yourself the same comfort you gave others is essentially what I'm sensing here. Like, you're starting to not put people on that pedestal, and you're starting to realize like what's healthy and what's unhealthy. Like, even if things were good in the past, like I think you're starting to notice like the unhealthy patterns, and get the sense that you're wanting better for yourself, and that you can do better for yourself is the biggest thing that I'm sensing here. Right, my beauties? What does the third week entail for my beautiful Pisces? Warm vibration from these two. And I'm gonna shuffle again to see if I can get at least one more card. What's the third week of April have in store? My beautiful Pisces. We got the King of Coins in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and then honestly, this order just feels right in this order, to be honest, because I have a feeling like this past situation you were in, like I have a feeling it was something could have. Hold on, let me put this. Okay, now that this is in better frame and a little more spacious, like essentially, like these two cards, I feel like this is more energy from the past and stuff. Because in the past, like even though this was definitely like an instance that you letting this person get away with what they did, like it was something that you could have avoided. You could have left it sooner, but because of your kind heart, like you just wanted to try to be there for that person when they didn't want to be there for you or themselves for that matter. So like, but now that's out of your control, and like it happened for a reason. Like, it helped you break away from like an unstable or like completely cold and unsupportive energy is what I'm essentially sensing here with like the King of Coins right here. Like, it definitely helped you avoid like instability. Like, once, like after everything that just conspired between you and this person, like it just helped you avoid. Usually, it would entail financial instability. Like, this card also does entail like stability in all aspects. Like, this just helped you avoid instability in all aspects. So it's a good thing that you just let this go, because now all that work that you did for yourself, for your own self healing, like you're going to be receiving the rewards of it soon because of the Seven of Pentacles right here. It's like all the hard work you did, like everything's starting to grow. It's just you got to give it the patience to, let it all grow out. Like now that you're done healing, just take things a little. You're taking things a little by little. Like you're starting to do things now. It's just don't expect instantaneous results. Like you got one of the biggest parts done, which was fixing yourself emotionally. It's just now physically, you're gonna have to stand on your own 2 feet. Because I have a feeling if you, this was a breakup, like with a long-time partner, or like a divorce or breakup, and you were financially dependent on them, then I have a feeling you're starting to create your own finances. It's just things are gonna take time before you could get to the direction you want to be in, but you're on the right track, is essentially what I'm sensing here. All right, my beauties. Now let's get into the 4th of April, the final week. What does that entail for my precious Pisces? This card does not want to leave my hand. Got the Queen of Swords. Wonderful. So I'm going to get that in the frame. Now let's see if I can get at least. We got 3 more instead. I feel like they're all significant. Then we got the Ten of Swords, right? And we got the Judgment. But we got the Nine of Cups in the upright. Honestly, I have a feeling like this is really how things are going down, to be honest. Alright, hopefully that's a better, you know, camera positioning right here, but essentially this is the layout I feel like aligns the most of what's going on and what I intuitively felt called to. So, like, in the past, like, you may have been reluctant to leave them, like, you were delaying leaving this past person behind because of, how good things were in the past, to be honest. It's just, but because, like, it's been an unequal, like, unfair treatment for you, like, you had to make this decision, you knew, even if you were financially reliant on them, you probably knew that it would create, like, a bit of a hiccup for you down the road, but ultimately you knew it had to be done. That this is going to be something that's going to be, you know, altering for you, like life altering for you. Like, even if, because the Seven of Cups also does entail, like, you missing someone who may not have been the healthiest, like, maybe throughout, like, this entire time you have been missing them, but with the Queen of Swords right here, you knew it was the right choice. You knew that in this situation helped you learn to cut off what doesn't serve you and to stand in your own power and be very decisive on what's going to be beneficial for you or not. Because with this situation and Ten of Swords, like, it can't get any worse from here. Like, you've done what you could to overcome everything, and that progression will come. Essentially, what I'm sensing here with the Ten of Swords. And the Nine of Cups here, like, you're grateful for what you have. Like, you may have wanted this relationship to work. You may want to be, like, more. You are going to be better off financially, but it's just not going to be now. In the future, like, I do sense, like, what you want will come to fruition, but it's just going to take time. But you get a sense of appreciation for what you have, because despite what you've been through, like, you're appreciative for still having your health, having the courage to, move on from something that wasn't going to be emotionally fulfilling. And yeah, just that's basically what I'm sensing right here. Right, I hope that made sense, my beautiful Pisces. Now, let me get a guardian angel card for you all to see what guardian angel you should pray to or keep in mind, evoke, or just know that they're looking after you. Guardian angel is okay. We got the Six of Cups in the upright, and like this is Angel Cielia, the god who stirs all men. The god who stirs all men. I love that title. But this angel will help with motivation and lift up those who are fallen and humiliated. So this person has degraded you, made you feel humiliated in your time. Like this, or anybody, like it doesn't have to be just a relationship. If anybody's made you feel that way, this is the angel to call to help alleviate the emotional turmoil that came from that. Honestly, like, because this is the Six of Cups, Six of Cups usually entails soulmate energy and good communication. Like, with this person, like, you thought they were your soulmate. You thought everything was gonna go well until everything hit the fan. And I have a feeling praying to this angel will motivate you to know that there's going to be someone else out there for you. There's going to be something healthier and better awaiting you. And it's going to really be true to your soul. It's really going to be something nice and beneficial for you. So definitely manifesting with this angel could be really key for that too, especially with relationship manifestations. It's just, baby, don't manifest going back to this person, because from what I sense here, this you've overcome a healthy relationship. Do not take a step backwards. That's There's going to be a never tower moment right there. It's just, if another way of looking at it is, if this person is going to try to come back to you, just know that's a situation you had to avoid, because just know that's a situation you have to avoid, because all it will do is just recreate that instability all over again. And you're better off just focusing on what you've been doing now to regain stability with yourself. Like, you've already gotten like the emotional stability down. It's just now you're starting to regain financial stability. It's just keep going, because it will come back to you in the future, like more stability. It's just right now you have to work towards it. That could be another way of viewing and interpreting the third week. Alright, my beauties? Now, let's see how you should approach love for the month of April. How should these approach love for the month of Cleopatra? It says, first, for hookup and sex life, it says, when you are conquered, consider who wins. So essentially, with like a sex life or hookup life, it's just make sure it's fulfilling for you, and that you're not just doing it because it's what the other person wants. Make sure it's something that it's what both parties want, and that it's going to be something that makes you feel good overall. And I'm not just talking about physically good, I'm talking about emotionally good. Alright? And now for getting over a breakup, it says a queen must lead while a wife might follow, but both are diplomats. So honestly, it's just saying that if people made you feel like you're not a queen and you were just a follower in this breakup of yours, just know that your role was valid too, to be honest. It's like, even if you did follow, it doesn't make you any less of a woman. If you're a woman, it doesn't make you any less of a human. Like, that's the best way to say it. Like, if you were a follower in this relationship, then just know that your role was still valid and you did everything in your power to, do everything you could do to try to continue in this relationship. It's just now you gotta lead yourself and be ready and open with yourself to be able to conquer new and different things in your life. Just know that you are royalty all around, And don't let anyone take that away from you. Which could go in a long-term relationship too, to be honest, is just, when it's your turn to lead a conversation or lead a role into something, is just own that role. And it's when your time to support them and just own that role too, to be honest, is just equal representation all around is what I'm sensing is key for long-term relationships. And if you weren't getting equal representation in your previous relationship, then just know that that wasn't the right one for you. And then when it comes to love with friends and family, it says, be immortal, not defeated. So in this, what I'm sensing is in love with friends and family, it's just don't feel like because of what happened in this past relationship that you can't go to them for anything for comfort or support. It just go to the ones that you care about and have them hype you up and make you feel strong, make you be on this Queen Cleopatra energy. What I'm sensing here. All right. Now, let us gauge how finances will go for you, my beautiful Pisces, or how you should approach finances for the month of April. Pisces, approach finances for the month of. We got Enzo Ferrari. It says, before you sell products, sell prestige. So to make money and stuff, make sure you work on the small details first, and then once you have all the small details figured out, and take your time because it's quality over quantity. If you get the quality all figured out, that's when you could. Once you get the quality figured out, that's when you could really just, do it. That's when you could really sell what you're trying to sell and make your coin that way. It's just make sure you're doing things from a quality perspective, perfect your craft and perfect every small detail of it because it will bring you abundance once you do that. That's essentially what I'm sensing here. And then for saving money, it says less is wanted more. So what I'm sensing here is just even with the small details, even if the small details are very little, it's just whatever your idea is, keep it simplistic, realistic, and true to you. Just put your own blood, sweat, and tears into something that is simple but relevant to you, and it's what's going to inspire others. Essentially, what I'm seeing here, because once you create that revenue from the quality work you produce, and from the simplicity of the work you produce, that's what's going to keep you saving money and stuff, and saving and to help you save more because you may have less now, but you may be wanting more now, and it will come. It's just you gotta take time with things and really perfect things. All right, I hope that made sense. And to give you money meaning, it says a strong engine can weather a bumpy road. So just know with the money that you save and stuff, that's gonna help you no matter what bumpy road you may be going through. Eventually, when you have that financial stability, that bumpy road of yours is going to be a thing of the past, and that you will be well off, not only financially but emotionally too, is the biggest thing that I'm sensing right here. Oh, I forgot your oracle card. You believe in your own magic oracle. My bad. I got it now though. Right. What lesson will Pisces be learning? Or should keep in mind in the month of April? I'm going to limit it to 1 to 2. There we go. We got Princess, you can be your own knight. That is very fitting. Hold on. Let me read you the booklet meaning. Okay, now that I've found my booklet, it's for your Oracle card Princess. It says, you can be your own knight. You may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within to preserve. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or chivalrous knight in shining armor. You got your own shield and sword, and God's help anyone who thinks they can do a better job. So this dire situation and stuff that you were in is just a confirmation that you are strong within yourself and that you could put your mind through anything, and that you don't need someone to complete you. You don't need someone to, you know, you don't need someone else to make you feel whole. You can make yourself feel whole. Because once you have that power within yourself, then the world is at your fingertips. Like, you could put your mind into anything that you do, and then no other person can define you. Only you can define who you are. Alright. Now, let me go get your crystal and affirmations card to see what crystal you should hold for the month of April, or for however long you may need it, and we'll repeat an affirmation 3 times together. Alright, my beauties? Crystal should Pisces hold for the month of April, however long they may need, and what affirmation will be suitable for them at this point. Here we go. We got the Rice-A-Cola. This helps keep the mind and body in balance and ensures one's healthiness, making sure they are healthy. It's a beautiful gem. I love the colors here. Very pretty. Kind of reminds me of peacock's ore in a way. Watch that be the same thing, and this is just the other name for it. I'll clock it like later in the video when I'm editing. Okay. But in here, let's repeat this affirmation together, okay? I reduce inflammation. I release anger and resentment. I heal old mental and emotional wounds. I improve inner peace. I balance my mind, body, and emotions. I reduce inflammation. I release anger and resentment. I heal old and emotional wounds. I improve inner peace. And I balance my mind, body, and emotions. I reduce inflammation. I release anger and resentment. I heal old and emotional wounds. I improve inner peace. And I balance my mind, body, and emotions. I thought that was a beautiful and fitting affirmation. But anyways, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it very insightful and informative, and I wish you all a happy, and lovely day, and I hope you guys feel loved, protected, and guided, alright? I love you, my beauties. Bye.